If you look at the tornado climatology for this area, we are absolutely overdue for tornadoes.
If you're a longtime Kalamazoo resident, you probably remember where you were and what you were doing 30 years ago today.
An F3 tornado struck the heart of the city on May 13, 1980, changing lives of many of those residents forever.
24-Hour News 8's Emily Leonard shows us.
It was sunny, if I remember correctly.
Memories fade, but they're the foundation for who we are.
I was growing up, I was 7 years old in Kalamazoo at the time.
The time, 30 years ago, May 13th, a day that changed a city, a day that changed lives.
Absolutely, it was a big deal.
Except for Jesus Christ, nobody else has either.
One would turn to God, one to science, and another, well, a first lesson in how dangerous this world can be.
And we waited a few minutes, and I came upstairs.
For Dave Johnson, a senior at Kalamazoo Central High School, the day started like any other.
We were sitting at home, me and a few of my younger siblings were sitting at home watching TV, wasting time.
That's awesome, okay.
For Janis Laurens, it was the day this meteorologist first got a taste of the punch his future trade can pack.
I can still remember my mom taking me downstairs to be safe and my neighbor running over and telling us that Kalamazoo's been hit, and there was quite a bit of chaos afterwards, as you can imagine.
Chaos in Kalamazoo, an F3 tornado, 5 dead, 78 injured, hundreds left homeless.
And the tornado was really significant because it went right through the downtown area, which for tornadoes to go right through an urban area, downtown area like that, is actually quite rare.
It devastated downtown in Dave Johnson's West Side neighborhood.
Jane is 1 year older than me.
The 10th of 13 kids, he was one of the ones in charge that afternoon while his parents were away, and the storm started to blow in.
It was the siren. It was just, that's all I remember hearing. So something that told me I should pay attention that time, we should pay attention. It just got scary all of a sudden. I mean, it was really dark, and the wind, as they always talk about the sound of a train.
When it was over, Dave and his siblings emerged from the basement.
I looked down this way, and there was nothing wrong. It looked like it does right now. And I looked down that way.
3 houses down, destroyed. The homeowners of this Northampton Road home finding a sense of humor. House for sale, cheap. Air-conditioned, solar heat, a handyman's dream. Dave's house was spared, right next door to the Johnsons, the home where I grew up. I'm the little girl in the picture, holding my little brother's hand.
I don't know. Where do you want me to start?
Well, how about on that day? 3.5 at the time. I remember the day and the fear we felt as children every time the skies turned dark for years to follow.
We couldn't see what was over the other side.
I tapped my mom for her memories of that day. We weren't home when the tornado hit, but we weren't far away. We arrived back home. We were lucky.
So it just progressed. You know, that picnic table got thrown up. I had one window broken out and a few shingles gone. They had 2x4s piercing their house, and the next house was gone. Very specific, very picky.
A city torn apart but not destroyed. St. Augustine Catholic Church near downtown, home to Dave and his large family, hit hard. Just days after the storm, they held Mass in their backyard.
And Lord, I just pray that you would give them the strength that they need to do it well. It was a really powerful service, just everybody getting together and the importance of you know, the things that don't change when everything around you is blown away, literally.
The storm bringing not only winds of destruction, but winds of change for this future pastor.
Don't stop letting God give you the strength to get off of self and focus on family. I think one of the things I've learned is God specializes in taking those bad things and turning them into good things if you let him.
Children of the storm. 30 years later, the meteorologist, the pastor, the journalist, formed by this storm. As we look back this week, this meteorologist has a warning.
I'm actually concerned that we may have a false sense of security because we haven't really had too many tornadoes in our area recently. But if you look at the tornado climatology for this area, we are absolutely overdue for tornadoes.
On Kalamazoo's West Side, Emily Leonard, 24-Hour News 8.
You can see all of our stories in our series, Tracking a Twister. We have them online at woodtv.com.